Okay, so now we're going to talk about some solubility. Solubility means does something dissolve or not in water. So for this, before I get started into our experiment for today, what do you remember about the oil in water? So we know that the oil is less dense than the water, and that's the reason it stayed on top of the water. But did the oil dissolve at all in the water? Did it dissolve? No, it did not, right? So therefore we say that the solubility of oil is it does not dissolve in water. Okay? And solubility is just whether matter dissolves in water, and it's observed by stirring matter into a beaker of water. And our great question is, did it dissolve? All right, so today we're going to try water and sugar, water and salt, water and pepper. I also have water and lemonade powder or Kool-Aid powder, water and lime juice. And for those of you that don't believe me about sugar and water, I have ice, okay, which I'll put some water in it soon. And I have hot water that I just brewed out of my Keurig, okay. While I get my spoon that I need, does anyone remember what I said about sugar and water? Sugar can dissolve in water, but only when, who remembers? When it is mixed in hot water, okay? So write these things down on your page. And let's begin. All right, so I have a beaker of water. All right, and I'm gonna put some salt in it. We'll start with that. Come on. You see them nice chunks of salt? Yeah. Now first, when you first put salt in, it just sinks to the bottom. See that? Now if I stir, you gotta stir for a little bit. It doesn't just happen right away. Let's see. There's a little bit left. Almost got it all. If you really want to get it all. Do you see it? It's gone, right? Oh my gosh, the salt is gone. What? All right. Now I'm going to put that to the side. And I'm going to put some hot water in my ice. Because if you remember, I told you that when you go to the store, or not the store, when you go to a restaurant, you order sweet tea, they always bring you out iced tea. And let's say you wanted sweet tea. You said, I want a glass of iced sweet tea. Well, they bring it out to you and you take a sip and it's nasty. There's no sweetness in it, right? So then you try to add sugar from the table. And they usually in those little white packets. Well, sugar will not dissolve. Pure sugar will not dissolve in ice water or iced tea. It instead will just sink to the bottom. I can stir it and try, but let me show you what happens. I'm going to have to move the cameras. Let me show you what happened. Let me know if you can see that very good. Let me put something dark behind it. You see your ice? You see your water? What is all of this down here? That is sugar. Sugar will not dissolve in cold water. See, you mixed up, but then it's just falling right back down to the bottom. Now, what happens if I put sugar once again, in hot water. Okay, so that's hot water. That's a glass of hot water. Put some sugar. All right. And we're going to stir. Now, I may have put too much sugar. There is a thing that if you put too much sugar in a liquid and there's more sugar than there is liquid, all the particles can't actually dissolve. Okay, so there is a such thing as putting too much. But it looks like I may have been lucky this time. Do you see any sugar particles floating around? Let me try to zoom that in, or focus that in better. Do you see any sugar particles floating around? Nope, it's completely dissolved. So that answers the question. Does sugar dissolve better in hot water or cold water? All right, now another thing I want to do is I want to add, let's go back to our beaker of water, and let's add some lemon juice. Let's see if I still have salt water in here, don't I? Let me pour this out. Do you think lemon juice will dissolve in water? Well, let's see. Isn't it so cool? Science is so fun. Mmm. Lemony water. Yum, yum. Not really. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's completely dissolved. Okay. I wonder if I can. Now, I have one more thing I want to add. Oh, two more things. Let's do, how about some lemonade powder? Which I think we all agree that Kool-Aid powder will definitely dissolve. See my powder? I mean, good golly, right? If lemonade powder did not dissolve in water, would we ever get to have any lemonade? No. Well, I mean, I guess you could with just regular lemons, but I mean, that takes a long time to squeeze all that stuff. So if you can just definitely get you a little powder mix, it goes much faster. All right, and one last thing, and I don't need to dump out my water for this because I already know. What about pepper? Is pepper going to dissolve in water? You know, I think I do want some water, some clear water. Sorry, I really did want some clear water. All right, well, I guess I need the water. Okay. All right. Will pepper dissolve in water? I think we all agreed last week as well that pepper does not dissolve. So let's see. All right. Think I got enough in there? Let's stir it up. I see something interesting. I wonder if you do too. I'll let that quit spinning. And let's let it resettle. So I'm going to move this back because I have an interesting observation that I want to point out to you. What's going on with my pepper? Well, I see some pepper floating at the top, some pepper stuck on the bottom. This is definitely a relative density scenario we can talk about, and also a solubility. So has my pepper dissolved at all? No, it is not dissolved. Therefore, pepper has no solubility. This pepper that I used is called black peppercorn grinder.